I had to work today, but just got home. Gramp finished that load. I'll get all these loose rounds over in this area here stacked up, taken care of. Yesterday, put cord of small split on the truck. Gonna go deliver that right now. We'll get back, stack that wood out of the way for Gramp, and I'm sure tomorrow he'll start on this load here. So I stacked up the rest of that load that Gramp cut. So here's our premium load of firewood. I'm gonna say 75% of this is ash, and we'll go into our bagged firewood in just a minute. I'm gonna show you why bagged firewood, even though it's more labor intensive, is a much better profit margin. This is a 8-cord load, give or take. So you hang on just a minute and we'll do some math and we'll figure out just what we can make off this if we turn this 8-cord load into bundles. So now that I've caught my breath a little bit, let's look at just this load of firewood that Gramp spent the last 2 days cutting. If we say that there's 8 cord of seasoned firewood here, right now I'm getting $375 a cord for seasoned firewood. So if we take this 8 cord load and we deliver it in bulk, that is gonna make me $3,000 gross off this load of wood. Now everybody's expenses are gonna be a little bit different, and it's all gonna kinda depend on what it is, but $3,000 gross on this load right here is what I would get if I sold it to a home heating customer, somebody that wants to use it in their fireplace or their wood stove at home. Now, if we turn this into bags, we do 3/4 cubic foot bags. So there's roughly 170 bags in a cord. We charge $6 a bag for those at our roadside stand and at our other locations that we sell those for. So if we take 8 cord, 170 bags of cord is 1,360 bags. If we take that 1,360 bags, that's $8,160 gross. That's $5,000 more right off the bat. Now let's take the bags and the packaging out of it. Let's say it's $1 a bag to do all of that. So if we take that $1 a bag out, that still grosses us $6,800 off this one load of firewood. So $6,800 more than doubles our gross. So does it take a little more time? Yes. But I'm making a whole lot more money off of the same amount of firewood, over twice as much. And I could probably get more. My bags are cheaper than most people's. We're kind of getting established in the bag game. I am not one of the great big guys in bags. We have 6 or 7 retail locations that we sell to. I'm trying to expand, but at the same point in time, you only have so much time in the course of a day. But this is why we want to get into the bags. At the end of the day, with limited time, if I can more than double my money off this wood behind me, that's what I want to do. Is it quicker to throw this in a truck, pump it out to Joe's house down the road, let him burn it in his fireplace and his wood stove? Absolutely. But would I much rather sell it to the campers and to the hikers that are coming up through and that are going to recreate here this summer? Absolutely I would. This right here is what this load needs to be used for. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn this whole load into bundles. Probably half of the other load of tree length is going to go into bundles. But I wanted you guys to be able to see just why it is that the bundled or the bagged firewood makes sense. Does it take more time? Yes, but there's a whole lot more money in the same amount of wood. So if you have an outlet and you have a place that you can get rid of these, it's definitely the way to go, guys. Don't be afraid to go stop at a convenience store or a mom and pop's place and say, hey, I have some really nice seasoned firewood. We're looking to sell bags or bundles. This is the price. This is what we can do it for. Don't sell yourself short, guys. If you look at the Irvings and the Circle K's and some of the bigger stores around, Aubuchon's, Lowe's, Home Depot, they're getting $10 plus for the same bag of firewood that I'm selling for $6. 40% less. 40% less. They're getting a local, sustainable product that's coming from a local small business. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, guys, people are way more than willing to support a local small business, especially if they know that where it's coming from is good people. When you buy from Lowe's or Home Depot or Circle K, you have no idea where this stuff's coming from. It's coming from states away, it's kiln dried, it's mass produced, it's not the same. If you're gonna sell, make your stands recognizable so that either colors or your logo or something like that is gonna set you apart and make you different, so that when they see that stand, they, hey, that's Willie's Firewood. We got firewood from those guys last time, it was great, let's go get some more. Don't do the same thing that everybody else does. Don't be afraid to be different. Use a different colored bag. Use a different bag altogether. Don't use a mesh bag. There's people using plastic bags. There's people using burlap bags in more boutique type setups. I have a couple of customers that actually suggested and asked that we make burlap bags, and we either spray paint our logo or have a logo printed on them, and they don't mind paying a premium price for it. These guys are paying big bucks for these burlap bags, guys. And I'll show you those when we get going too. But you've got to make sure that whatever you do, your time is worth it. It's going to slow us down to turn this into bags, but the wood's going to be split smaller. It's easier to handle. The wood's going to be split smaller. We get a whole lot more out of it. At the end of the day, when you split this stuff up, a cord of round wood versus what you get if you stack that same wood after, it grows. It's magic, guys. If you take a cord of rounds, big rounds like this, and you split it into firewood, and you restack the same cord, it grows by almost 20% usually, from what I've figured on my math. Now, it's gonna shrink as it dries and things like that. Yes, I understand that. But I don't care if it's green wood, dry wood. When you take a big load of rounds, I mean, these are big rounds. I have a big hand. When you take rounds that size and you split them into regular firewood and you stack it up, a cord of rounds is always 1.2, 1.25 cord worth of split firewood when you're done. I'll do a little experiment later on, maybe with this stuff here, just so that we can show. I'll take a cord, we'll stack it, we'll split it, and then I'll restack it again, and you'll be able to see that we gained wood. It's pretty cool. But guys, I just wanted to do this video for those of you that may be doing firewood and you're not really sure which way you want to go. You think, well, if I don't sell that many bags, you don't have to sell very many bags when you're making over 2 times the amount of money to still be making decent money at firewood. If you got a small yard and not a lot of space, bags are great. Find a place to retail them, find a place to sell them. Don't be afraid to ask a friend or a relative or co-worker, anything like that. If they're on a busy street, hey, I'll give you a cut of whatever we sell off of this if I can put a stand out in front of your house. I'll take care of it. I'll keep it filled. I'll empty the cash box. I just need somewhere to be able to put my product and try to sell it. So I just wanted to take a minute and go through this, guys. Over 2 times as much right here if we take this and turn it into bags versus selling it loose. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this whole load, we'll turn it into bags, and I'll show you as we go. And we'll see how it works out. My math says 1,360 bags. I'm willing to bet that we're gonna be 1,500 plus bags out of this. But again, we'll know once we get it all done. We're gonna split this stuff up, we're gonna split it fine. We'll fill our bags, we'll keep our tally and our count, and we'll check back on this video at a later time. But, you know, bags and bundles, guys, that's where I think it's at. If you're not gonna go whole hog and have a processor and do hundreds or thousands of cords a year, this right here, this is where you need to be looking. There's tons and tons and tons of places to sell this stuff. Don't be scared to go ask. So if you like this video, give a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Are we selling them too cheap? Are we too expensive? What are you guys getting in your area? We want some feedback. We want to know. I want to know, do you guys like these kind of videos when we kind of break it down a little bit and you can see why we're doing things the way we're doing? But sun's going down. Gramps worked me too hard again. I got all his wood stacked for him. He'll start cutting on the other load tomorrow, so I'll have to come home and do some more stacking again. We got some rain coming. That's okay. I won't melt. I promise you I will not melt. We're going to go put some more wood on the truck, get that ready to deliver. We'll go from there. So far, cord count for this week is 7 cord. So we've got 7 cord so far for the week. And we started the week, I start my week on Friday because that's the end of my regular work week. So from Friday to Friday, but from Friday till now, we're at 7 cord. I think so far we've got another 6 to go. So that'll be 13 cord for the week. Plus we're gonna put at least another cord and a half in the racks out front. So that'll be 14 and a half cords this week. We're not huge. I am definitely not a big firewood producer, but I stay busy. There's no reason that you can't stay busy. There's no reason you can't put your head down after work and do a cord or 2 and get it delivered. You just gotta stay consistent. You gotta stay diligent with it, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a great day.